Good afternoon, everybody. I can see you're all starting to flag a bit. There's a lot of tired, warm-looking people and square bottoms out there. So this one isn't going to be hard to get your head around. I'm going to show you a film. Ken tells me I've got to speak a bit before I show you the film, so I will, and a tiny bit afterwards. I want to tell you a story that begins with a very handsome young man, who you'll meet in a minute, watching telly in a block of hard-to-let flats in Kentish Town. In one hand, he has a raw pork chop with a slash in it. In the other hand, he has a needle and thread. And as he watches television, he stitches the slash in the pork chop. And when he perfects the seam, he pulls the cotton out and he starts again. And while he does this, he's telling his flatmate that he wants to be a plastic surgeon. He is, in fact, a medical student. And his flatmate, a rather irritating, very earnest youth worker, rails at him that he shouldn't be using his NHS training for a career to get rich on facelifts. That medical student was a remarkable man called Martin Kelly, who went on to become an eminent plastic surgeon and who set up in 2002 a charity called Facing the World. It's not very well known, it's quite small. That irritating, earnest flatmate was me. And I've been very struck by how many people's stories today have some relevance to their own lives. That's not surprising, is it? But it's such a motivator. Now, Martin died suddenly 5 years ago in his mid-40s. A heart defect caught up with him and he left behind a family he loved very much. He was one of life's most extraordinary people, one of those people you meet once in a lifetime. And he left behind his charity, Facing the World. That was the first time I saw this film that I'm going to show you. It was made by a company called Firecracker Films. It isn't clever. It isn't innovative. It's not a big idea, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But it is a beautiful example of storytelling that raises money. And I think it was ahead of its time. This film was produced in 2002, 2003, ahead of many big charities ever putting any money into films that would support fundraising. It's a good film. There's a lot of rubbish films out there, but it's a good film. And it trusts in the power of the cause, not in the flim-flam we sometimes put around things, but in the power of the cause. It finds the skills to tell the story of what that charity brings to the cause. And it shows that film can be a real driver for donations. I love this film because Facing the World does not navel gaze in it. It doesn't beat its chest. It doesn't slap me round the face with overt marketing. It lets the work do the talking. I love it because it glues me to the people in the film, and that's what great storytelling can do. And we've heard from all these personal examples today that we can be glued to those causes through strong storytelling, and isn't that what we're all about as fundraisers, gluing people to our causes? And I love it because you will see there's a particular, we'll see if you see it, a particular frame that I cannot shake from my mind. So, let's hope it works. Oh, have I lost it?
When we first see a face, we make a judgment about the person behind the face. And any deviation from a template of normal that we all carry biologically hardwired into our system is shocking. As soon as they see a facial deformity, they look away, they look all around, they don't dare look at them. And that's one of the worst things for someone with facial difference, is to feel that they are not being accepted as a person.
And the tears come streaming down your face when you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. High above or down below.
Good morning, Harry. How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm just going to mark out where we've been.
He's got quite a lot of excess skin to come out here as well.
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you.
Help one life. That's much better than doing nothing at all. And that's how we approach it, one child at a time. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Beautiful, simple and beautiful, and we must never lose sight of that. With all our techniques and all our gizmos, we must never lose sight of that. This charity has 2 paid staff. It raises £500,000 a year without a regular giving programme, without cash appeals, without face-to-face teams on doorsteps and pavements, without events for rich people. It raises money by word of mouth, supported by really good fundraising films. The surgeons who work in the NHS and the private sector tell their patients and the parents of their patients about Facing the World. People then check it out on the website where they find this film and other films like it that show what their money can do. And the donations come. They just come from all over the world. Isn't that the amazing thing? This is based in the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. They come from all over the world, the donations, big ones and small ones. £500,000 a year with none of the stuff the people in this room have. Film is not accidental to this. I know we can't join the dots necessarily from the film to that donation, but that's what's supporting it. Film is integral to this charity's success. And isn't it marvellous? Because if you think of what you have out there in your work, it's an amazing opportunity for all of us. We have the most interesting, moving, important, stick-in-the-mind stories of anyone. We all should be able to do this. I believe all fundraisers should have this in their armoury. If John Lewis can go viral with its Christmas ad, surely we can trump that 1,000 times over. Thank you.